Hello you guys, I wanted to actually start this vlog. I wanted to do another reading vlog for the first week of February. Today as I'm filming this, it is Saturday, January 31st. I did start reading a new book. I started reading another book on my Kindle that I bought in from Libby, and it's called, I talked about my last vlog, but it's called by Matt Haig, and it's called How to Stop Time. So I honestly just picked this up on a whim because I kind of just felt like picking up another book after reading Belladonna, and I did see that Foxglove was available on my Libby as well, so I may possibly pick up that, but we'll see, because I don't want to I didn't want to put too much pressure on trying to finish that little trilogy. I think that's what it would be considered, is because I don't want to not like it, so I'm not trying to rush through it. But honestly, I am really enjoying this book so far. I'm 35% in, and this is kind of like a concept of if you've ever watched The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, it's kind of like that same concept of time and aging. I guess this character, he technically has this diagnosis where he just does not age, and so he's been around, I believe, for almost 200 years, and he just has always looked the same. So he's seen it all and he's been through it all. And so far in the story, meeting a character where he met up with a doctor, a skin dermatologist, to try to prove to him that he has a condition to where he just doesn't age, and he wants to know why and what's going on. And he's trying to find his daughter that actually supposedly has the same condition as him. So so far the story, he's trying to see where she's at, and you're kind of getting a little bit backstory of him. And I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. And there's certain quotes in here that I really love. I kind of want to read it to you guys because it just really makes you think a lot about how humans are, and how we all are literally just humans. No matter what we do, where we come from, anything, we are all just humans. I think there's certain quotes in here that really spoke out to me. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Okay, I can't find the quotes right now, so I'm probably gonna try to find those a little bit later. But honestly, so far I'm really liking it. I'm 35% in, and I kind of just read it at night, when I'm working. So yeah, there's that right now. And I also did work on my reading journal yesterday. We had a little journaling day with me and my little one, and went to Hobby Lobby. It was just a really nice day after work, and it was a really emotional week. This week was just a really emotional. A lot of things happened at work that were just a lot of emotions. So I feel I needed a Hobby Lobby day. So we kind of just strolled around Hobby Lobby, and we just updated our reading journals. So I did update a little entry. Let me go get that real quick. Okay, so my entry is really not fancy. I also needed to update all my other entries, but I kind of did this is really messy. I kind of just went in without having a plan and just kind of put things together, but it was really fun. It was kind of fun just going with the flow. But this is what my spread looks like, and this is a 2026 goals. So I kind of just cut out little pieces, and I put my reading goals, my bookish goals, anything kind of oriented around bookish things, and then my channel goals. So I kind of put this all down, and this was actually wrapping paper that I've had for this Christmas, and I kind of just cut it off and put it in the back. And that's what I did yesterday. And today we kind of just got out of the house, went to the mall. I got these really cute hair clips, and I got little dachshund ones, but they're in the room right now. So we're just gonna relax tonight. I kind of just want to play my Portal and play Fallout again, and I also have been restarting. I just unfortunately I have to restart on my island on my Animal Crossing. So, but I love playing Animal Crossing during this time of year, when there's the little snow and stuff. I think it's so cute. So I'm just kind of just trying to restart my island over there, and I'm still trying to fill everything in my aquarium and the museum. So that's been kind of taking a lot of my attention. Other than that, I don't really have anything else going on. I'm still going to try to finish reading this one because I'm honestly really enjoying Matt Haig's writing style. I really want to find those entries. Let me see if I can see the quotes that were used, because I felt they were so good, and I love those quotes. Okay, so these are the quotes that I found in How to Stop Time by Matt Haig, and these quotes just resonated with me, and they kind of just spoke out to me, and it just made me feel these are the things I love about reading, because I love finding things like this. But one of them says, "History isn't something you need to bring to life. History already is alive. We are history. History isn't politicians or kings and queens. History is everyone. It is everything. It is that coffee. You could explain much of the whole history of capitalism and empire and slavery just by talking about coffee. The amount of blood and misery that has taken place for us to sit here and sip coffee out of paper cups is incredible. I just think that's like so deep, but so, because like I've always thought like learning about history was so fascinating, and like everything we're doing now literally is history. So it was just like a really cool quote to kind of hear. And then another quote that I liked was, "You can find it easy to imagine that you are a fixed thing inside a fixed nation with a fixed flag and a fixed outlook. You can imagine that these things mean something. The longer you live, the more you realize that nothing is fixed. Everyone will become a refugee if they live long enough. Everyone would realize their nationality means a little in the long run. Everyone would see their worldviews challenged and disproved. Everyone would realize that the thing that defines a human being is being a human." These quotes were just like really, there's like those quotes that kind of spoke out to me. Like it made me feel like we really are just all humans in this world, in this crazy world. And it's just kind of interesting that like no matter what we all go through, how different we all are, we all really are just like human beings. And at the end of the day, we are just one. And then the whole history one just was so interesting because it's just like, it's true. Like everything we're doing was based off of history. Like this box, like a box was created to contain things before at one point. Like it had its own history. Like the person creating the material used for boxes had its own history. Like I know I'm talking about this like way too deep, but I found these quotes to be so, like they just resonated with me. And I love books that have like quotes where I'm like, I want to save that, and they are really special. Like if I made a spread in my journal, I would definitely print out those quotes and put that in there. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this book so far. It's really interesting, and I can feel the character's like frustration because he is like he's living through all of these things. He's seen it all, he's done it all, and he's trying to find a diagnosis as to like why he is the way he is, and to find and be reconnected with his daughter. I don't know if this is what the whole story is about, but that's just like what's happening in the beginning. But he's trying to like find his daughter right now, who supposedly may or may not have the same condition that he has. And it's really cool because he ends up like in this present day time. I think it's more like modernized time now, because you get like flashbacks of like his life and kind of like more of his backstory. And he's been around for like, I think since the 1500s. I'm not quite sure, like I don't know, like the whole math and everything, but you're kind of going to like modern time now, and he is getting a job as a history teacher at a university, I think, or high school. And it's really cool because if you think about it, like, can you imagine if your history teacher has been around for like 400 years and knows it all, and it's like, oh yeah, I've been at that war. Like I have seen that general. And like, it's just so cool to me because like, well, he's obviously not going to tell his students that because yeah, they're going to think he's crazy. But it's just so cool to know like if this person who was teaching history literally have lived through everything, that they know exactly what they're talking about. They know exactly how it happened, instead of just like being like telephoned through textbooks. And then also there was a part where he was trying to get a diagnosis and figure out what's going on with him with this like really famous dermatologist. I guess you can say he's like a skin doctor. And it was like back then, so like years ago. But when he first had the diagnosis, the doctor was like, okay, like tell me what is it? And he's like, please don't think I'm crazy. Like, please just like hear me out. And he's like, yeah, well, you need to tell me what is it? And he's like, you know, he seemed really open to knowing his diagnosis. And then he was like, okay, so I'm gonna direct you to, I think it was like some asylum, to a facility. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna direct you to this facility. And he's like, that's an asylum. And he's like, yes, I need you to go there because I have too many patients waiting on me right now and I don't have time for this. And then the main protagonist just started getting so frustrated because he's like, I am not, like, you don't understand, like, I need an answer to this. Like, I need to know what's going on. And like, if he's trying to find his daughter, he's probably like feeling like, it's been like 300, 400 years. I don't have time for this either. But then the doctor starts getting more like freaked out because he's like, you're crazy, I'm gonna call security. And then so he just like leaves. And then like years later, he's like, I think I know how to prove it to him. So he comes back, and I guess throughout time, he changes his name and changes his identity. So like back then when he came in as a patient, his name was like Edward Cribbs, but this time he comes with someone else, and the doctor's like looking in his file, and he's like, yeah, I don't have any record of you in here. And he's like, do you remember Edward Cribbs? And then he like looks up and looks at him. He's like, do you remember me? And then the doctor's like, oh my gosh, like, you're not crazy. you have not aged. And the doctor is like, the way they described him is that he's just so old now, and like he's definitely aged. He's at the time, like even the chair he used to sit at when he was a doctor back then is like already like cracking. The spines on his books are like starting to crease, and like it just really depicted like time so well. I'm honestly like really enjoying this story. I really like the writing a lot. I'm not trying to jinx it, but I'm really enjoying the story. So I'm really like looking forward to reading more. And it's just giving me like, I don't want to compare it to anything because I feel like everything's like its own masterpiece, but I've always loved the story, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. So it's like giving me that same like obsession with like time and just like the frustration of like how this character must feel like if I was like 400 years old and I was trying to convince someone that I'm not crazy, but I need a diagnosis and need to figure out what's going on and like why I am the way that I am, and like so I can be reconnected with my family. I would get so frustrated too. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this, honestly, a lot. So I'm probably gonna let you guys go. I feel like I'm just like rambling, but it has been a really cold, stormy, like snowstormy, and also like honestly I think snow is so beautiful. Maybe because I grew up in the desert, but this is absolutely beautiful to me. I'm honestly loving it. Like every time I see it snowing outside, I just want to like sit on the couch, get super cozy and warm and play like my games or read a book and just like literally drink my warm coffee and just enjoy it. So I'm enjoying it honestly a lot. But yeah, I'm probably gonna let you guys go. I feel like I'm talking so long, but I will see you guys in the next clip. And yeah.
Soft light falls on quiet sand. You almost leaned in. Shadows move, skin to skin. Something unspoken. Will you let me in?
Hello you guys, it has been a minute since I've updated this vlog. I actually thought I had more, sorry, I'm on puppy duty right now, so you kind of hear like the puppy going crazy next to me. Anyways, I wanted to kind of update this vlog because I have not really been checking in. I thought I had more clips, but I didn't. But I did finish How to Stop Time by Matt Haig, and honestly, I thought the book was so beautifully written. It was like everything I needed right now, and it just put so much like, it's those books that were like, put so much into perspective about everything, like the world, how we perceive time and our memories. And so the only part I wasn't like a fan of was like the whole plot twist. I just feel like it was kind of rushed to me, and if I'm being honest, like I feel like the whole like twist of it was kind of predictable, but I honestly don't really feel like that was the whole purpose of the story. I feel like the whole purpose of the story was to understand the concept of time and like how it is perceived, and if one were to live forever, just like how lonely that would be and like how frustrating that would be. You know, like you're just constantly seeing history repeat itself. You're seeing like your loved ones pass away because they don't have the same diagnosis as you. You don't know why you have this diagnosis, and then if you did have an offspring, you're just wondering like, are they gonna have it? And are they gonna go through the same thing? Like you would think living forever would have its, you know, its pros, but which of course it probably does, but I think like honestly, like when I was younger, I used to think like I wanted to live forever, but to outlive all your loved ones, it just seems like such a lonely world. Like if you were to live in like the 1500s and then live up to like 2026, just like all the things you've seen and like all the changes and all the like redundancy throughout the years, like, it just kind of makes you feel like things become so mundane, and you just can't help but feel like so disappointed by just constantly seeing things just like roll around. And like, and the main character, he ended up being like a a history teacher. The way he would explain history to his students, because he actually lived through those moments, it was really cool. So I honestly really love the story. I do have to admit, like near the end, like maybe about 80-90%, I did get a little bit bored. I think because that's like when all like the stuff was unfolding, which to be honest, I think I personally didn't really care about. I just wanted to know about this character and like if he was going to fulfill what he wanted to fulfill. But I just thought it was such a beautiful story, and it really makes me want to read more books by Matt Haig. I just think it was such a cool concept that he created that. And yeah, and honestly, now I'm gonna just continue the vlog because I didn't even really film any clips of me reading that book. But I am struggling with like what to read next. I really just don't know what to read. I really don't know what to read. I actually kind of picked up and downloaded a couple books from my library. So I downloaded Pod. Kind of read like the first 5 pages last night, but it's something I really want to read, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for that. And I thought I was in the mood for a fantasy, but I picked up Serpent and Dove, and maybe that just wasn't the best book to pick up at the time, which is something I do want to read. It's been on my shelf for a long time, and my whole goal is like trying to read all the books on my shelves. Show you the 3 I chose, and these are the 3 I may possibly read for the rest of the vlog. Okay, so these are the 3 books I chose from my shelf. I'm really trying to knock out my physical books because I do miss book shopping, and I feel like it's wrong to go book shopping when you have a bunch of books on your shelves. But the 3 I chose Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I actually started this one a couple years ago. I really enjoyed it, but I think it was just like too heavy at the time. It was just like, to me, like I think the concept of like how big the book was kind of freaked me out a little bit. It took me forever to get through, but I do really like, I think about the story a lot. I never really got far. I didn't DNF it because I didn't like it. I just DNF'd it because I felt like it was taking me forever to get through. But I'm thinking about picking this one up because I feel like this is something I've been thinking about a lot, like in the back of my mind. I'm like really trying to go with like my mood read, like what I feel like I'm in the mood for. I have brain fog right now, so I don't know if I have the concept to like grasp a whole fantasy world right now. But this was like a little bit like paranormal or like spiritual, not spiritual, but like paranormal. Like I believe there was like ghosts or spirits or something in the story and like magic, but it wasn't like straight up like a fantasy world. The next one I've also been thinking about is like this type of concept, so like Hunting Prince Dracula, which is like the second one, which I hear that everybody loves this one, and I'm actually really excited, to be honest. This one was the one that I heard a lot about that made me want to pick up this whole series. I've read the first one, and I kind of like read the first page just now to see if this is what I wanted, and I do think this sounds like something I really, really want to read. I also really love the main character, the female protagonist in this. I just feel like she's such a queen to me. Like I love her a lot. Like I really enjoy her as a character, and I've really been into like this whole theme of the story lately. So I'm thinking of picking this one up. Like I'm actually leaning a lot towards this one because I want to read something that is still a little bit like outside of reality, but maybe not fantasy, but maybe along the lines of like thrilling type of story, you know, to like keep me motivated and keep me wanting to read, because I really just want to like fall into reading. And then the last one I decided to maybe pick up, and it's ironic that I just picked this up because I was looking at the Discord chat. I just randomly popped in there. Like I have not been popping in there just because like we're not currently in a readathon, but I just wanted to see like if anybody talked about anything in there, and I just totally forgot that there is next month they're going to be doing, I think it's another readathon for G from the magical readathon. So I'm super excited. I love when we have readathons. I feel like they just kind of get me back into like my reading again, and I love doing journal spreads, and I love like filming the readathon videos. I just think they're so fun. So that kind of made me excited, and I saw someone talking about this book, and I know this is like a book that's talked about a lot, but they said like it's just one of those like books you want to just pick up and just like fly through. And I've heard a lot about this book. Like I've heard that it's just something you literally just fly through. So, and I heard that the show's really good on Netflix too, but I do want to possibly pick up something like this because it's like a little bit like mystery, so maybe that'll kind of like keep me like motivated to read. I'm not sure. I've just been so indecisive lately. I'm really leaning towards Hunting Prince Dracula just because I feel like this is like kind of the vibe I'm looking for. Like I'm thinking about something I want to read. I just want to read something that's going to get me out of like reality right now, because I don't know, I just need something to like wind me down for the end of the night after work. Like lately I've just been so consumed with like new projects and trying to make sure I'm doing good. And like the hard thing about being like a perfectionist is like you overdo everything and you feel like burnt out, and I don't want to feel like that. So I want to read a book that's going to make me feel like I am winding down and I'm excited to read. And I feel like lately I've been wanting to read a book that kind of like pulls me into reading, like tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. I cannot find a book like that. Like I just can't find a book. That was just like one of my favorite books. Those are the 3 I'm picking up. And if you did see it, like there's a little reel. I either posted it before this clip or after, but I did go to Hobby Lobby yesterday with my little one, and I did get some reading journal, some work on my journal. Like lately I just been like in the mood to like recreate in my journal. So I might just do like a spread dedicated towards that because it was like one of my favorite books. But that is it. I'm probably gonna end this little clip for now because I've been talking for quite a while, and we'll see what I pick up in the next clip. Hello you guys, I wanted to check in because I did start reading Hunting Prince Dracula last night. Today is currently Monday. I'm going to try to make it a goal to like log in every day or so other day with updates, and I just want to do an update before I get ready for bed. It's currently 8:30 right now. I am going to go to bed kind of early. I just ended up kind of just like winding down. I think I want to make it a goal to like be really low energy and low maintenance on Mondays, just because I feel like Mondays are mentally hard for me for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think it's like because obviously it's like going back from the weekend and stuff. So yeah, that is what's going on right now. But I wanted to update you guys because I read up to page 44 of Hunting Prince Dracula, and I'm really glad that I actually changed my book from Serpent and Dove to Hunting Prince Dracula, because I think this was like what I wanted. I wanted like something like not exactly full-on fantasy, but like something still fiction and like out of reality, academia, and I really wanted something that kind of had to do with like a mysterious castle, like but a beautiful mysterious castle, and something along the lines of like a mystery but not full-on like thriller. And I think that's like the perfect vibes. I just feel like academia sometimes, it's like a vibe. Like this is like exactly what I'm looking for, and I loved it because our main character, Audrey Rose, this is taking place back in the 1800s or almost late 1800s, like 1888. I also think it's so funny that my pajamas literally matches my bed sheets. I blended. Also, you know what's funnier? My Kindle, literally like I'm matching everything right now. I think it's hilarious. Anyways, our main character, Audrey Rose, and Thomas are on a trek to go to a school. They are going to be attending a school in Romania. I don't want to like give it away or anything. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But our characters are going to a school right now, and so far we haven't even got to the school yet, and like creepy stuff is happening. There already was a murder. As you can probably tell, like it's kind of like along the lines of like, you know, you can guess by the book like what's going on, but there was a murder already on the train. I don't know what it's called, but it's like they're on a carriage, and it's really creepy because she's like looking out, like they're all bundled up in like their fur blankets and coats to keep them warm, but there's no like covering on the carriage, so they're just like exposed, and it's starting to get darker and darker, and she's like looking out into like the woods. It's like everything's, you know, like as you're going by you can just see nothing but like the blur of the trees. As a kid, like whenever you look outside in the woods like that, did you ever like kind of like scare yourself because like you would think you'd see something in the trees and you're like getting freaked out? And that's what she's kind of doing. She's like looking out in the trees, and she like could have swore that she saw something out there. And I don't know, I'm like really enjoying this whole like ambiance so far, like the whole eeriness of it, the whole like banter. I'm enjoying like the like how it's kind of taking place like during a cold setting, because like honestly I love reading books that like take place in the same season, and right now it's actually really cold where I am right now. I don't know why I can't talk today. I think because it's Monday. It was really cool to like see them like go onto this like train. It's called the Orient Express, and it was really cool to see them like travel through there. I feel like that kind of gave me the whole like magical school vibes. And then the fact that they're going to like a castle and there's like a little map on the front cover that I'm assuming this is the cat on the inside cover of the school. I'm assuming the school that they're going to attend. And I'm so excited because I forgot that this one does take place in a castle, and I guess it's a school, and I just think it's so cool. Like, it's just exactly what I wanted. I want like a magical, can be creepy school. That's like exactly the vibe I was looking for. So I'm excited, and I think it's really cool to like see her just like all bundled up and cozy in the carriage, but it's also still kind of creepy. Like if you look out, but you're like behind the horses and like, I don't know, like with your travel buddy. But yeah, that's my update for now. I don't think I'm gonna check back in with you guys for the rest of the night. I'm probably gonna just try to get a lot more done. Because I'm on page 44, I want to like try to get more of the book done since I'm going to bed kind of early today. And I'm hoping I get like a good night's rest where I feel more mentally prepped for tomorrow. I think I've just been really stressed because I got assigned a new project at work, which I'm obviously really grateful for. You know, like I want to like take on more opportunity. But I think because of that, I have been so like, I'm like a perfectionist in my head. Like training gives me anxiety for anything, and like doing good, it gives me anxiety because I have to do really good. And so I've been like really in my head. I think that's what's been going on lately. And I think I just want to kind of just read this book and honestly just like escape for a little bit. And I'm really enjoying it. So I'm really happy I picked this up. And I just remembered how much I love Audrey Rose. And yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys go. And I will see you guys on the next clip. Yes, I'm drinking a green tea at 11 o'clock at night. Hello you guys, I wanted to come in here real quick and actually end this vlog because I'm putting together all these clips and I'm realizing how long this vlog is, and I think it's because I kind of started a book and then I jumped to another book and there's just like a lot of footage, so I don't really want it to be like a super long vlog. As I'm filming this, today is currently Saturday, March 7th, and yeah, it was my day off. Honestly, it was just really nice, relaxing, cozy, rainy day. Just stayed inside and just caught up on some YouTube videos. Kind of just relaxed. Didn't really want to do like too much, but I kind of want to stay up late today. I feel like I never really get to because I work early usually, and so like I don't know, sometimes I can't hang anymore. Like I just can't stay up late. I don't have the energy anymore. But yeah, I just wanted to wrap up this vlog because the footage is really long and I don't want this vlog to be super long, but today was just a really nice relaxing day. It was so cozy because it's like really rainy, and like I love rainy, cozy, dreary weather, like especially if you can just be inside and safe. So just kind of cuddled with my little one today, watch YouTube videos, cook pasta. And we kind of like did a little bit of content stuff, just like admin stuff. But yeah, nothing crazy today. Oh, I played Animal Crossing. Yeah, but I am currently like about 100 pages in to Hunting Prince Dracula, and you're kind of like learning more a little bit. Like there's some things that pop up about Thomas's like backstory that I'm like kind of interested in seeing, and I kind of want to see more about the actual school that they're attending, but I don't really have like much to say right now. So I also did get a really exciting package, and you probably saw it in the last clip, but I pre-ordered a book from the Cottage Fairy from Paola, and I was so excited to receive it. I saw that it says like Trail Ann's bookstore, which is her bookstore. I don't know, my heart just got so happy, but she's someone that I really truly find as like an inspiration, and I find so much comfort in her channel, and I just find a lot of like relatability with her channel. She actually is a mom as well, and she did kind of take like a little like hiatus from YouTube just to like kind of focus on like motherhood and like the new changes, which honestly, not to be like cheesy, but her channel really helped me out when I was going through like my postpartum stage. And I don't know, getting that book today, like I kind of like filmed it, I like looked at it and tried to just intake everything about it, because I've never pre-ordered a book from someone like that before. I don't know, I just was so excited to get it, and when I opened it and I just saw everything, like all the artwork that she created, like she creates all these illustrations, and the fact that she just wrote this book and she's just a small business owner, honestly, because she didn't go through like a giant publisher. She kind of like talked about that in her last video. I just wanted to support her instantly. When I found out that she had the book, I just jumped on Etsy and I just pre-ordered it, and I think I ordered it as soon as I saw the video, and I saw the video like 3 days after she posted it, I believe. I believe so. I remember I would just watch her videos and they were so calming to me and like so peaceful, and I just felt so much comfort in them, especially like when she found like, you know, the beauty in like nature and her surroundings and like the lifestyle she lived, and finding her like comfort in art. And I don't know, it was so inspirational to me. And so when I held her book today, I kind of teared up, because it just felt so special to know. Like, I hope it's not weird, but it felt so special to know that she wrote that. Like, those words in that page, she wrote those words and those illustrations and like the meanings that she has in the story. And just knowing that the book was wrapped up and packaged, and like everything was just so beautiful that you could tell there was so much care put into the package, that knowing that she did that, I don't know, it like made me want to cry. Like, it just made me feel so emotional. Be able to support someone that I truly admire and I find like so inspirational and so relatable. And it's not even just like inspiration through her like beautiful like cinematic content, it's also through like her talks of like family, her culture, being a mother. I don't really have any words. I'm just so happy, and like holding it was like so surreal, because it's, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of like fangirling a little bit. I didn't even realize, like, because I don't really even feel like I'm like fangirling over people like that before, like that much, like not even like really celebrities. So it's just kind of like crazy that, I don't know, like I even saw that there's a signature inside. I don't have any book signed by any author, so I'm really happy to be able to support her. But yeah, anyways, I am going to wrap this up. I'm just like rambling, so hopefully the next time I film a vlog I have finished the book, but I hope you guys enjoyed the reading vlog. I'm sorry if it's like really crazy, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video.